welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope you're all doing well. I am going to do a one palette challenge today for you guys. I am going to achieve this look on my face using this palette. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this look, by all means stay tuned and we'll get to it. So this is a one palette challenge. Today I'm going to be using the Tarte, sorry about the reflection, Noir palette. And you guys have seen this palette before. I'm going to be using the shades in this palette and this palette only to show you that you can use just one palette to create a nice eye look. So we'll get started. At the end of this video, I'll give you a picture rendition of all the products that I used on my face. And I have already pre-done my face and got my eyes primed and ready. So we'll go ahead and start on this look. So beginning with, you guys have seen this brush a million times. This is just a large smudger brush. It's fairly dense and it's natural fiber. This is a Sedona lace brush. And I'm going to be getting into this lightest shade in the palette here. Kind of a ivory based shade. I'm going to be putting that right underneath the brow bone, or on top of the brow bone area, I should say. Just kind of patting it on. And then I draw it down here a little bit into the crease line that I'm going to be creating. Now today I'm going to be doing a more of a kind of a cut crease look, so this may not be for everyone, but I want to do a more defined look today with this eyeshadow palette. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put the color on my lid, and I'm going to be using this highlight shade to be applying that all over my lid with a large shader brush. Using this large shader brush, I'm going to be applying that color all over the lid. This is kind of a champagne color. Has a lot of shimmer to it, but not like super metallic-y. This is more like, if you guys have this palette, you know what this looks like. It's more of like a pearlized color than a metallic, in my opinion. It's more pearly than it is metallic. Just like that. Now we're going to be getting into this very plum looking shade right here. And we're going to be using a angled, I'm going to use my e.l.f. angled shadow brush. And I'm just dipping the very tip of that brush into the color. And I'm coming right above where my lid starts to close. And now for you hoodies, you know you have to find where your actual crease should have been. So just let your lids or your hoods kind of fall down. And you can see where you need to apply that. Just like that, okay? As you can see, as I'm applying this shade, I'm going ahead and pulling it on through the crease. I'm blending it up just a little bit upward into the socket line area. Sorry if I'm making weird faces. Just like that. Now we're going to warm this up a little bit. I'm going to actually be using the blush shade in this palette, and I have used that on my cheeks, but I'm going to warm this eye look up by using this blush shade. And you're just going to use a little blending brush for this. So just load up the tip just a little bit and come in and pat it right just over the top of, just a little bit above where you put that other shadow, that other color. Okay. And down into the crease. Now we're going to blend this out so that we don't have a harsh line. Just little circular motions to help blend that in, and a little bit of swoopy swoop back and forth. Just like that. Now to cut our crease. Okay, grabbing a very narrow angled, this is the smallest angled brush I've got out of all of them, with the most narrowest head, but it's not quite narrow enough, I think, to be doing brows with. It's actually a brow brush, but we're going to be using this to cut our crease. So I'm going to be getting into, there's a really, really dark lavender shade right here. We're going to be just picking up just a dab of that with the very tip of the brush. Now we're going to start to carve out. So I'm going to go ahead and make a line here. We're going to carve that crease area out. So I'm going to shut my lid. And come into the crease line right where your socket is, your socket line. That's where you're going to be dragging this color to. And I'm just picking up a little bit of color at a time, guys, because you can turn this into a smoky eye look without even meaning to. So don't get heavy-handed. Now the other side. And hopefully you can see how I've carved that crease out now. Just like that. Now I'm grabbing a smudger brush. This is a shorter smudger brush, but it's not a real dense, tight one. Just kind of an in-between smudger. Coming back into this shade that I used in the crease line, I'm going to be picking that up just on the very tip of the brush, and I'm going to be patting that onto the lower lash line. And this shade, I am going to go ahead and go all the way across the bottom width, across the bottom lash line, and start to blend that out just a little bit. Just like that. Now I'll do the other side. Now to connect those two shades, so that your line actually follows the angle up. You're just gonna come right in that corner and start to shade that up. Just like that. Same on the other side. Just like that. Now with the tiniest of smudger brushes you can possibly find, see how very, very narrow that is. I'm going to be picking up that really dark shade that we used to cut the crease with, and we're going to be packing that onto the edge and coming along and tapping that into the bottom lash line. Don't get carried away with this, just get it right on the edge. You want it to be fairly defined here. Just like that. Now, because I really like a super defined outer V with a look like this, I take this same sharp angled little smudger and I come out here and I marry that up right here at the corner, and I come out here to the outer edge and just push that in, and see I angle it up so that I'm following the angle here, and then I go in like that. So I'm actually cutting a V. And we'll do the same thing on the other side here. You just want to cut a V out there, just like I showed you. Now, if you want to give it just a little bit more of a blend on the outer edge, just take an angled shader brush and just come a little bit above those colors and just give it a very, very soft little push. Don't get carried away or you'll wind up taking away your definition lines. And to me, when you're doing a cut crease look, you don't want to totally blend out all of your lines of definition. It's okay to do that, I think, right on the outer edge, just right out here. But I really don't think that it looks great if you get too blendy in the middle, because then it takes away the effect of the cut crease. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll go ahead and put on my eyeliner and mascara and give you the complete look. On my under eyes, I have the Age Rewind. I set that with the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Powder. Also used the Hard Candy All the Way Glow, infused with 24 karat gold doll face illuminator. The baked blush in Honeymoon. The Hard Candy Illuminator in Candlelit. The Tarte Noir palette. The Wet n Wild eyeliner. The Rummel Black Scandalized Cold Waterproof Pencil from my tagline. The Milani Liquid Eyeliner 24-hour wear. lips, believe it or not, I'm wearing an eyeliner pencil in the shade Burgundy. My lip color is Sassy Mauve by Revlon. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. I'll bring you in a little closer. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you find me entertaining and fun and all of those good things. And for those of you that have been with me from the beginning, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you so much. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment bar down below. And as always, stay true to yourselves, love yourselves, and be kind to others. Bye now.